Hello everyone, I am Samir. So today we are going to solve this problem, island parameter. So what is given in the question is like there will be a island which is being surrounded by the water. Now we need to find the parameter of this island. Okay. So parameter will be the sides which are being surrounded by water, or it is just at the border of the particular land area. Okay. So yeah, go through the question once and then we will discuss on the approach and how to solve this particular problem. Yeah, so I hope you have went through the approach. So what we can do over here is like we can use the depth first search over here. So whenever we have whenever while iterating through this grid, whenever we encounter this particular land area, then we will use the depth first search. Okay, and it will exhaust all the land area over there one by one, and while visiting any particular land area, we can increment the parameter of the total parameter which we want to return over here of the island. Okay, so let's get started with the code. Okay, so let me first declare few variables. One is m, then there will be n, and this m and n are the number of rows in the grid, and n is number of columns. Okay, and then there will be this particular total parameter and total parameter. And then what we can have, and now while moving over the island, we need to make sure that we move up, down and left and right only. So diagonal movements are not allowed over here. So let us create an array of the number of moves which we can do. Okay, so vector, we take pair of int variables over here, and it will be named as moves. Now 0 1 1 0 minus 1 0 0 comma minus 1. So these moves are the pair of int variables, and it will help us to make a next move whenever we visit particular land area. Okay, so let's get started. So here we can initialize all the values. So m will be grid dot size, which is number of rows, and n will be grid of 0 dot size, which is number of column. Now we can set total parameter as 0, and also we need to create an array, like two-dimensional array of Boolean variable and let us name as visited, to keep the check of the particular cell whether it is visited or not. So it will be same size of the grid. And let us initialize it with false. So currently none of the elements are visited. Now we can iterate through this grid. Now what we can do, we can calculate. Yeah. Now what we can do, we can check if that particular cell is visited or not. Okay. If not visited, then we will make a DFS call. and also that particular cell needs to be in land area. So for how we can do it, like we can check whether it is having 1 or not in grid. So if grid is having 0, then it means it is water, and if 1, then it means it is land area. Here we will make a function call of DFS. There we will pass this particular grid and also visited array. Now let us define this function void DFS. It will have int x comma int y, coordinates of the cell which is currently being visited. Now it will have access of this grid and visited. So let me copy this data type. Okay. Yeah. So whenever we visit particular cell, we will mark the x comma y as true, which means we have visited. Also we will set the total parameter. We will increase the total parameter with the parameter of that particular land area. So we will make another function for that, get parameter, where we will pass this x comma y comma, where we will pass this x comma y, and we will pass the grade. That's it. Now we will iterate through all the possible movements. So I less than 4, because we have moves as array of 4. Now we can increase I. So now if that particular move is valid, okay, is valid move. So before that, what we can do, we can have this variables u as x plus moves of I dot first, and v as second. So it means like if I am over here, then x plus moves of I dot first, which means it will calculate the position of this particular cell. Okay, so this u comma v represents this particular cell. Now we will check whether if that particular cell is valid or not. If it is valid, then we will check. If it is valid, then we will check if it is visited or not, that particular cell. Okay, then if it is not visited, u comma v, and that particular cell is in land I, is particular land over here, not water, then we'll make a DFS call again. DFS passing this u comma v comma create comma visited, like this way. Now we need to create these two functions. So let me create this is valid one. It is pretty simple. It will return bool variable. It will take two values, x comma y, coordinates of the cell, and if x is greater than equal to 0 and y is greater than equal to 0 and x is less than m, which means number of rows, and y is less than n, which means number of column, then we will return true. Otherwise we will return false. Yeah. Now we will create this function. So it will return an integer. It will take three values, that is x, y and with grid. Now we will set the parameter initially in this particular area as 0. Okay. Now what we can do, we will check all the surrounding of this particular area. If it is water, then we will increase it by 1. Okay, so here and here it will increase by 1, and if it is an border, which means if it is not a valid move, then it will increase again, it will increase by 1, and if it is an land, then we won't increase the parameter. So we simply needs to iterate over this loop, this particular moves, and we will have to copy the same as we are iterating over here. So if it is a valid move, then we need to check if that particular area is land or not. Okay. If it is not a land, which means it's a water, then we will increase the parameter by 1. Okay. And if it is not a valid move, which means it's a border, then also we are counting the parameter of that particular area. Then we will increase the parameter by 1. Okay. And at the end we will return the parameter. Yeah. So let's run it once. Great. Line number 39 over here. Which means okay. $61. Okay, I'm not returning anything. I need to return total parameter. Yeah. So all the test cases, given test cases are passed. Let us submit it once. Great, it is accepted. So yeah, if you like this video, then do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye bye.